Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Fleet Daddy England, and I'm here today with a video with you guys. And no, it's not a video of makeup, but it's a video pretty much of my pregnancy story. So I wanted to just give you guys a little update on, you know, the things that were said back then by the doctors, and all the years of me actually trying to become a mother. So I want to start off with, I used to watch a lot of videos of, you know, how to get pregnant and what to eat, what not to eat, and, you know, different stories of different women who seem to have a problem getting pregnant. So it used to make me feel bad almost, because I used to be like, you know, I'm trying to get pregnant. So when I was like 15 years old, and I live in New York, I'm from the Bronx. When I was like 15 years old, at Metropolitan Hospital in Manhattan, I went to, you know, just get a regular checkup, you know, make sure I was good, you know, STD free, because we're young. And I remember going into the doctor, and then like I got my test results done, and everything was okay. So then I waited like 2 weeks. I waited like 2 weeks. 1 second, you guys. It's my man texting me. Yeah, baby, I'm recording, so don't call me. Yeah, I gotta tell him because he's at work, you know. And then they start calling me and messing up my video. So hold on, y'all. Yes, babe, they are okay. They're sleeping. So then I waited to get my results. I'm sorry, guys. I waited to get my results, and the doctor tried to diagnose me with PCOS. Mind you, I was 15 years old, so I didn't really, you know what the hell that was. I'm just like, okay. You know, he was just like, yeah, you know, that's something that you may have like more testosterone than like a normal man. But I'm like, I'm 15, like, bruh, for real. And yeah, he just left me at that. He was like, oh, you got PCOS. And then I was just like a little bit, you know, confused, because I'm 15 years old and I didn't really understand why that would happen to me. But then I was, you know, with who I am now, we were together since we were in high school, and he was actually like my first like real love. And I went to Planned Parenthood one day, and they told me that I was pregnant. I was like, oh, I was excited, whatever. I'm like, oh shit, it's lit. And then like 3 days later, not even 3 days later, I'm holding it, like a couple of months later, like me and him had like a couple of things going on with each other, and I was just like, you know what, I'm too stressed out, this is too much drama, and it was just a lot going on between us. So I just, you know, I decided to like have I don't want to get too deep into that, but yeah, I decided to, you know, terminate it. And it's only because, you know, I was 15 years old, and I was also like really young. So, and not only that, I almost felt like he kind of like almost didn't care, even though he did, but whatever. And then throughout the years, you know, we had separated when we were younger, so, you know, everybody's in different relationships or whatever. And I could never ever get pregnant. Like, yo, I was literally, you know, I was like, probably, I'm one of those type of girls that I have to be with somebody for a long time. Like, even throughout my relationships, I still did not get pregnant. And it hurted me though too, because, you know, I started to just look at signs like, you know, they be like, girls that got PCOS, you know, they be having like little hair on their chest and like little bit of hair on their chin. And it's just like, you know, their periods are not normal. When I was younger, my periods were normal, but that was just because I was just starting to get my period. So all these years I was over here thinking like, you know, I can have a kid, and you would see me like every day, literally like on YouTube, trying to figure out ways and like what to eat. And I was just so stressed out. Like, I used to drink, and I used to like cry, because I'm like, damn, I guess I will never be a mom. And like that stood behind my head like every day. Like every day the doctor told me, you know, like all I kept thinking about was, God, I got PCOS. And you know what kills me is, like every time I used to go to the doctor and I used to get a pap, my doctor used to be like, no, you're okay, like, you're okay. This is when I changed my doctor, when I started to like grow up and I started to like know and read into things and things. So every time I used to go get a pap done, she used to be like, no, you're okay, you know, you don't have any problems. You know, and I'm just like, okay, so if I don't have no problems, why am I not being able to come out pregnant? And she's like, you know, maybe it's just not your time right now. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to hear that shit. I want to know what's really going on, because, you know, you tell them to get a pap smear, but I really was looking for the inside problem, like what's really going on the inside, you know, because a pap, they're going to tell you, you know, your vitamin D deficiency, or like, you know, your STD test and all of that extra shit, make sure you don't got cancer or whatever. But I wanted to always know what was the real problem. And mind you, I'm 26 now, so imagine being all them years and just like every time you go get a pap done, which is every year, the doctor's always telling you you're okay. Like literally, I was taking prenatal pills. Like, yo, I was trying hard. Like, I was going hard body, like, in just to get pregnant. So I was like, damn, it's not happening. And every time I used to look at girl's story, like, I used to get real down, because I'm like, you know, this doctor said this to me when I was 15 years old, so it kind of stood with me that whole time. And I used to get drunk, and I literally used to cry. I used to call my mom, like, you know, it's not fair that I can't have kids. And, you know, my mom has 4 kids, and all of them have kids. My sister has kids, my brothers have kids, and I was the only one that didn't have no kid at all. And, you know, I always wanted to have, like, that mother, like, you know, somebody called me mommy. Like, I used to love it. I think I was infatuated with actually wanting to have a kid. And, like, mind you, this was even when I was, like, in my 20s already, like, already hitting 20, and I'm still not pregnant. I'm just, like, I'm over it already. Like, it used to really get me depressed, you know. So I was doing my research, and finally I just kind of looked at it like, you know what? If it's not meant to happen, then it's not meant to happen. I don't know what's going on, but I guess I'm just gonna have to let it be. But even letting it be in the back of my head, I was still just like, no, like, that's not going down. So yeah, like, I recently so just think about it. All these years you think that you can't get pregnant because you would like literally listen to the doctors, and they would tell you everything in the book possible, and that shit would be stuck in your head. Like, I always wanted to be a mother and have somebody call me mommy and just have that whole feeling going on. But after all of those years, like literally after all of those years, so like around October, mind you, me and him we were about to be a year together. We got back together. Mind you, this was my high school sweetheart. We was together for a long time. Like, this was like my first real love. Like, I used to live with him, and we still live together now. Like high school, like, this is some real high school sweetheart shit. You know, we did go through our little ups and downs, but it happens because we were young. But yo, out of all like the relationships I've been in, like I said, I've only been in a few of them because I'm just like a real, like, gotta fuck with you for a long time type of chick. Yo, I never got pregnant. And so I'm just saying that like July 2019, I was just feeling a little salty, and I'm like, oh my god, I went to work, and mind you, I gotta say, I worked for like 8 hours and a half, and I was like, oh my god, it's so freaking cold at my job, let me just go drink some green tea. When I drank the green tea, girl, I was throwing up in that bathroom. I was like, oh, hell no. But mind you, I already got this shit stuck in my head that maybe I just can't get pregnant. So I'm just like, you know what, maybe it's just me tripping. And a lot of the times I used to convince myself, like, bitch, you pregnant. And I'm like, yo, out of all the times, like, I used to take pregnancy tests and never came out pregnant. Even when me and Harley got back together, his name is Harley. Even when me and Harley got back together, like, we used to try. And I used to swear every month, every now, like, yeah, it's going down. Like, nah, bitch, it was not going down. So, back to the story, I started vomiting, and I was like, yo, but then not only that, I was like noticing, this was the first time in my life where I actually started noticing that there was like literally red little veins on my chest, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then one day we was in the bathroom, and I was like, babe, I think that I don't know, my chest looking crazy. And he was like, shit, I think you're pregnant. And in my head, I'm like, I want to be pregnant so fucking bad, but then I'm just like, yo, I don't want to take a pregnancy test because I'm just gonna be so disappointed. Like, you don't understand how disappointing it is to feel like it, and then when you take a pregnancy test, you're just not pregnant at all. So then I was like, fuck, I came out of work that day. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to that discount. I'm gonna get off that 6 train, and I'm gonna go to the discount store, and I'm gonna just take it. So then I'm like rushing home. I'm like, fuck, I don't know if I should take this shit in the morning. But then again, I was noticing that I was just like off, my vibe was just like, I had an attitude about everything, and shit changed. So I went and I took that pregnancy test. Like, I literally peed in on the thing, and the shit came out. And I was taking a bath, and the whole time I was taking a bath, I was like, God, please, like, out of all the times that I've tried, please let this be the time that it's gonna happen. Like, I love him, and I want to be, we want to be together, we want this. Like, we're trying, like, because if he wasn't trying, he wouldn't be in this pussy, okay? So we were trying because he's mad excited about it too. He's like, shit, I want this to happen. Like, we would talk about this all the time. And mind you, we were going to have our first kid when we were younger, but we weren't ready. So God know why he did do certain things. And then the whole time I was like, God, please, 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 please. And then I sat there, I took a bath, and like I put the test on top of the mirror, and I was like, I'm gonna take a bath, and I hope that it comes out. Like, I hope it comes out. I was in the bathtub for like 10 minutes constipating, like, shit, if it don't come out positive, I don't know what the hell's going on in my vagina, and I just don't know what to believe no more. So before I grabbed the test, right, I prayed one more time. I was like, Jesus, please, I want this, please. So when I grabbed the test, literally it said positive. So I actually got my first test, which it was, I don't know if y'all can see it, but January 3rd, 2019, it actually came out positive. And I was really, I don't know if you guys can see it, I was really excited. Like, I was excited to the point that I was like, yo, I didn't even cry. I was just like, I was just shocked. And I was like, yo, like, are y'all fucking with me right now? I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, this is the first time I ever took a pregnancy test. That shit came out positive. So, I'm all over the place. Bitch, I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh, hell no. So then I literally, I had to look at myself in the mirror, and I was like, bitch, this is real. So then I had to like call my aunt real quick, and I was like, yo, Laquita, I got some shit in the mail today, but I didn't really get none in the mail. I just didn't want her to know like what actually it was real quick, because everybody was waiting for me to have a kid. Like, yo, everybody, like literally my friends, like everyone I knew, because I have a stepson, which is Harley's kid. When we broke up, he did have a kid, but that's my baby. I OD love Xander. OD, his name is Xander. Like, that's my little man's. And he had a son, and I was just like, yo, Madeline, look at this. And she saw the pregnancy test. Yo, she was like, boy, is going down. And I was just like, didn't know what to do. Like, still in awe, still telling my mom and my sister. I still didn't have to cry. Like, I could FaceTime my sister and my mom, and they were like crying, and like everybody was just in tears. And I'm like, yo, I'm not even in tears, because I'm like, hold on, like, I'm just so stuck on stupid and shocked. I was like really shocked, yo. I didn't even have no sentiment. Like, I just didn't know what to do. I was just like I know that I wanted to get pregnant, whatever, but I was just like feeling inside, like after all these years of me trying, like I literally did not know how to react to it. I was excited, like inside I was excited, but yo, I don't know why a tear didn't come down my eye, because I'm like, I don't want to get excited, and this is not what it is. So then yeah, I waited for him to get home. I was so desperate for him to come home, and I'm like, babe, come, or whatever. So I wrote him like a little cheesy ass poem, and I told him, and in the video I'm gonna add it so you guys can see it. So again, I went downstairs and I told him in the car, I wrote him a little thing, and he was so excited. I'm gonna show you guys here.
I love you. Read the whole thing?
Yeah, read the whole thing.
Okay. Roses are red.
Yeah, but you can't roll in this part.
Okay. Roses are red, violets are blue. Every day that passed, I hope you know I love you. Throw it all out. You have been my best friend. I want to be with you till the end. Thank you for loving me and making me smile. But there's something here we wanted for a while. Happy to tell you, dreams do come true. Happy to say you're gonna baby number 3. Congratulations, you're pregnant. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
We're having a baby.
Wow. Better not put me on child support.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
I'm happy, baby. I'm wanting you to come home to tell you all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're dying, right?
Like he was so excited. Like he didn't know what to do. Like we know we were happy, but it's just like we didn't know what the hell to do. So, you know, we were just like, you know, I was happy because I'm like, yo, I love this man with all my heart, and I know that we want a baby together, and it's not, you know, having a kid together is not on. It was just through love. It was something that's through love. It's not like, oh, we just having babies with random people. Like, no, this kid was made through love, and you know. Obviously God know what he was doing, because obviously he just didn't want me to, I look at it like this, he probably didn't want me to suffer and have a baby with somebody else and have to take care of that kid by myself, or like go through problems by myself. And you know, he's actually a fantastic dad, so I'm just happy that my kid he is the father of my kid. And so then we set up an appointment to the doctor, and mind you, hold on, I even forgot about the story. Like in November, I went to the doctor, my doctor, and I was like, doctor, like, I mean, I even forgot his name. That's how you know a bitch was like, all right, I don't need you now. I went to him and I was telling him, you know, I'm 26 years old, I'm having problems having a kid. You know, he gave me an appointment to go to a fertility clinic with him. He also made an appointment to me to go get a pelvic ultrasound. And in the pelvic ultrasound, right, I was waiting there for mad hours, and when she was in my stomach doing the sonogram, like you saw like a little black ball in my stomach, and I'm just like, it was a sac, and I'm like, why else would there be a sac there? Like in my head, I'm the first thing I'm thinking is pregnancy, but then I'm also thinking like, damn, is it like a cyst? Is it like, what is it? And then the shit is that the nurse that was doing it, she didn't tell me nothing. And I'm like, it's either her job not to say nothing, like literally come do what you gotta do and break out. But bro, she could have at least told me that, oh my God, I think you're expecting, because you know, a bitch was drinking and doing all of that. So it's like, you know, like, let me know so I could take caution and take care of my kid. Like, and not only that, after she told me that, I was still a little bit blown off with alcohol and like cigarettes, because you know, I was smoking cigarettes and I was smoking weed at that time. So it's just like, I was a little bit off with that too. Like that shit was irritating me, but I still didn't understand. You know, I was just like, okay, whatever, this never happened, so I would never believe that it was actually pregnancy that was occurring. So she didn't tell me shit. So that, and then I'm like, okay, with the veins or whatever the case may be, and then I'm like, oh shit, that was the sign number 1. And then it was like the little veins on my titties, and then it was the pregnancy test that had confirmed it. So I was like, oh shit, bitch, this is going down for real. So then after I got that test on January 3rd, I was like, yo, I was so shocked. And I like, every day I talk about it, and still to this day, I'm like, my whole life I was thinking that I had PCOS, because this is what that doctor had told me. And then another doctor I went to a second opinion. She was like, how do you even diagnose a teenager with PCOS? And I just didn't understand it too. And like, no matter how many times the doctor told me, yo, you're good, you don't have no problems, maybe God just don't want this for you right now, I never believed it, because I was set on that situation. But you know, my message here was like, honestly, sometimes you gotta listen to yourself, and sometimes you gotta let go of what the doctors is telling you, because I'm a strict believer on, you can't believe everything that they say either. The same way I don't let them inject me with shit, because I feel like what they put inside you is worse than what you actually do have. And like I said, I'm not the type of person to take pills or like get shots. Like, I haven't even got the flu shot like pretty much my whole life, and I am Gucci. I don't have no problems. And I don't understand why sometimes the doctor, like, people think, oh, the doctor's right, like, the doctor is not always right. You know, like, people gotta understand that the doctor's not always right. And until now, where I know that I'm gonna have somebody call me mommy, it's just like, you know, I believe that God was like, now is your time. Now is when I'm gonna give you this kid. you know. So all this time I was just like, I'm desperate. And like every time we were smashing, I was like, fuck, I hope one of them little things get in that little egg because it's going down. And every time, like, I was so desperate for it never happened. And then at one point I was just like, you know what, I don't give a fuck no more. Like, word, I don't even care no more. So it is what it is. And then boom, like November 27th, I don't even care no more. So it is what it is. And then boom, like November 27th, well, last day I had my period. Like, so then I go to the doctor, you know, the pregnancy test comes out fast like this, and then they're like, oh, you know, come, they gave me my prenatal. So then I had another appointment, which was like 2 weeks ago, and they checked the baby. Supposedly I'm 3 months, and I'm still confused off of that because I'm like, impossible. And the lady's like, no, you're 3 months. And I'm like, 3 months, the fuck, bitch? I put that shit in an app, and that shit said 2 weeks and a half, and that's what I'm going by. 3 months is a little too much for me, I think, right now. She's like, girl, you're 3 months pregnant. I'm like, boom. So Harley's waiting in the room, and then like they gave me the babies. They was checking me and to give me the not the sonogram, it was the ultrasound, and you hear the babies. That's the baby's heartbeat. Like, oh my God. And not only that, we got this app called Tiny Heart. That shit work, okay? Because I was having a hard time sleeping on my left side. I could sleep on my right side, but I cannot sleep on my left side. And on the app, the baby was on the left side, right? And then when I go to the doctor puts the ultrasound on my right side. You don't hear nothing. When they put the ultrasound on the left side, you hear the baby. And I'm like, boy, that app was legit all the way real. So yeah, and then I'm like, oh, tomorrow's my first sonogram. Like, tomorrow, hopefully the baby will let me see what I'm having. Mind you can't even tell. Like, even through this, you still can't even tell. Like, yeah, I still think that she's really tripping with 3 months, because she's really wilding for respect. But you know what? If I am, I'm still excited. But I just think that their calculations is totally different than ours. It's almost like they don't believe in 7 days a week. They believe in 4. And whatever. So tomorrow I'll get my first sonogram. And you know, this message just was like, literally, look, I took 2 pregnancy tests, and they were both positive. When that happened, yo, I knew it was going down, because that first pregnancy I took out just January 3rd. Like, when Harley got out of work, I went and took another one in front of him, because I wanted him to be like, actually see that the line was coming out like that. So I wanted to create this video today because I'm gonna get my first sonogram tomorrow of my baby, and this video was just, listen, if you're looking for something to happen like this and this kind of miracle, and you want to be a mother so bad, like, don't always listen to what the doctor has to tell you. Like, you know, sometimes you gotta trust in God, and he will definitely serve you right. You understand? He's not gonna fail you. And then I never thought that I would actually say that, because I always used to feel like, damn, like, either you don't love me or you just don't want me to, or like, why? I used to always ask why. Like, why did I have to have POS? Like, why this, why that? So it was something that, it was just always like a why thing. And you know, I stopped questioning him about it, because then I knew also myself, I'm like, you know, you questioning the wrong person. What you should be doing right now with your father is literally telling him, please help me, bless me like you always do. I'm ready to be a mom and all of this extra shit. And guess what? When I stopped questioning him and I stopped wanting it, is when he gave it to me, because he kind of figured like, yo, you in love, you're happy, you know, he's gonna be great to your kid, you're not gonna struggle, and he knows his reasons why. You know what I'm saying? So it's just more so like, this is a story that you could believe. I'm gonna be 27 years old, and everyone around me that I know had a baby before me. You know how that shit used to make me feel like I'm so happy for everybody, but it's just inside I always feel like, why do I have to have the problem? And you know, even doctors confirmed it, like, yo, you're good and everything, but that PCOS shit had me all the way fucked up. Okay, and the shit is that I never even had PCOS. Okay, and it took me now to believe it. Like, I've ran all these years with that shit, and then that was never part of my story. You know, so sometimes you women have to honestly believe in yourself. Like, it would happen. And before I even knew I was pregnant, y'all, I used to look on YouTube all the time, and I used to literally see women and videos of people taking pregnancy tests, and the comments used to hurt me the most, because you used to see people like, oh, I got PCOS, like, God, like this, like, I can't get pregnant, I've tried everything, yo. And it used to hurt me, because it used to be people that are in relationships too, that are desperate to actually have a kid, and they can't. And it's just, it used to kill me too, because I used to feel like, damn, this is me. This is actually me looking at someone else say that they can't, and at the same time I feel like I can't either. You know, so it used to be a real big struggle for me. And I'm telling you, that was one of the things in my life that literally used to get me depressed OD, because I'm like, yo, I cannot. Like, I don't want to die without having a kid. Like, I don't want to be the only one that doesn't have a kid, you know? My mom always used to be like, oh, when you're going to get pregnant? And I'm just like, I'm fucking trying, okay? I give it all I got. Like, this pussy works. And I don't know why that shit is not functioning right. You know, and everybody, like my family, is just like, you know, even my brothers were shocked. Like, you know, they used to always be like, yo, when you gonna get pregnant? And I'm like, now that I'm actually pregnant, I do want a girl. But if I do have a boy, I'm not going to be upset, because, you know, this was God's blessing to me. But I want a girl because, you know, he already has a son. So I'm just like, shit, I want to give him that girl, and I want her to be mad cute with curly hair like her mama. But you know what? If I have a boy too, I'm going to love him the same. Like, I'm just totally blessed to even be experiencing this. I'm so desperate right now. Like, I cannot wait for my stomach to actually get big. Like, every day my man be like, do you feel like your stomach is harder? Like, if I felt like my stomach was harder, I wouldn't have some of this fat, you know, a little jiggly, you know. And not that my shit is bad, but, you know, I'm waiting for that stomach to make my shit nice and round, so I don't gotta worry about them Pcos for 8 months. And yeah, you guys can't always listen to what the doctors say. Like, have faith, and it will happen to you. And I'm so happy that I get to share that message with you women, because honestly, I was you too. Like, I literally was one of those women and those young girls that always felt like it was impossible for me to have a kid, you know. And I'm happy. And I'm so happy I'm gonna see it. I'm so happy that someone's gonna call me mommy. Like, this is the most beautiful thing that ever happened to me, and the fact that it happened through love was like the best thing that I can ask for. He's a great father. So to me, this is perfect, and I wouldn't want anyone else to be my kid's father. So I'm basically telling you women to just have hope, because your journey and your story isn't over. You will have that kid of yours. You will have that bundle of joy. Like, look, I was on YouTube, and some girl was so hurt, and she was like, you know, I want to have a baby so bad. And like, just the fact that I even got to tell her, I never thought that I was gonna get pregnant, and just to find out that I'm actually 2 months and 2 weeks, and I'm gonna have my little kid to care for and call me mom. Like, I'm so desperate to have my baby. Like, I want to hold my baby all day. Like, I want to give my baby everything that I felt like I didn't have, and everything I did have and better. So it's just like, just the fact that I got to share that info with somebody else, it made me feel like, wow, now you're the other person on the other side of the fence. Now you're the one that's be able to share that story that you have and went through, and give it to somebody else, so that they can have something to hold on to. Because I didn't have nothing to hold on to when it came to the situation of having a kid. And believe that God actually does work. You know, he's always gonna work. He's never gonna fail you, but you gotta also believe that he's gonna give it to you in your time, and try not to want it so bad, because I never believed that wanting it so bad was gonna make you not actually have it, until I said, you know what, I don't even give a fuck no more. And as much as I cared, I kept forgetting that, like, every time we was getting it in, like, I was not basing it on, oh, I hope I get pregnant. I was just like enjoying that dick, you feel me? So, like, the more I was just really starting to enjoy that dick, I was like, you know, I was always enjoying that dick, but, like, every time I was enjoying it, I was hoping, like, yo, it's like I was talking to her shit, like, first of all, you better get that sperm up in this shit because it's going down. And, like, every time I was doing that in my head, like, it wasn't working. And then after, I felt like, you know, maybe it's just time for you to just let it go, and it's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. And look, 2019, July 31st, I'm going to have a baby. And if I'm lucky, my child will let me see what I'm having tomorrow. If not, okay, I gotta wait. But if my child really, really let me see what I'm having tomorrow, it's gonna be like the best feeling on the planet. Because, yo, sometimes I sleep on my stomach and I be thinking, oh shit, is a baby still there? Because literally I be like feeling like I'm squishing my kid. I'm just like, girl, get it together. Because, like, girl, get it together, because you really sleeping. Like, hold on, because I don't want my best friend to call me and he cancels my video. Let me call you back real quick while I'm recording something. Yeah, so, like, you don't ever feel like it's impossible for you to not get pregnant. And I just want to say God bless you women that are actually trying, because I know the struggle and I know the journey to doing this. Like, this shit is real. But you see this right here? This was God. Okay? This was God. And he said, you ready. He's going to say that for you too. He has that plan for you. Believe me, he has it. He has it. He just knows what he's doing. And just, you know, I don't always think that the doctors are right. Don't get depressed over it. Don't feel like it's impossible. Don't feel like you can't do this. You feel like you can't do that. You can, and it will happen for you. So I'm also happy that I get to share this message with you women, because it is going to be such a blessing when you do. And then you're going to be me. You're going to be telling somebody else it's possible. And when that time comes, you're going to feel so good. And you're going to be like, wow. So everything has a purpose and everything has its time. So you will experience that moment where you're actually a mother. And you're just gonna be a mother. And I always wanted to feel like, damn, I can't wait to feel my baby kick me. Like, that's how serious it is, and that's how excited. And I'm so cautious about all the things that I do, and I'm grateful, and you will be too. And even if it doesn't happen for you right now, be grateful, because it's never impossible. With God, nothing is ever impossible. So you remember this message, and I hope that this got to help you women with PCOS. And I'm going to be downloading a video tomorrow. And that's the baby right there. Baby was kicking and stuff like that. So this video is going to be posted up really soon. And yeah, so I'm going to leave you guys here. And tomorrow I'm going to be sharing my journey with you guys when I go to the doctor. And it will be getting real. So I love you ladies, and I love you guys, my YouTube followers. And yeah, we'll be talking soon, and I hope you enjoy, and I'm happy to bring you guys along with me, because again, I was a struggling woman getting pregnant, and God has blessed me, and I want you guys to feel like you are part of this, because you are Don't ever feel like just because somebody else got pregnant and you didn't, you ain't part of this. You're always part of it. You understand? You are always a strong woman. Believe that God got your back, and things are always gonna happen for you. And that time will come when He will send you that child. So I'm happy you ladies are gonna be part of my journey too, into being a believer. So, all right, YouTube. It's the end of my journey, and we got more to share because I got 9 months to go. I mean, actually 6 months to go supposedly. In them 6 months, I will be updating you guys until my baby is born and forward from there. So you know what? Stay blessed, stay humble, stay thoughtful. God loves you, and feel free, ladies, to leave your comments below. And yeah, I'll check you out next time. So, bye.